Hello everybody, this is Roger from Roger's Reviews. I run a tree service here in Orange Park, Florida, basically Jacksonville, Florida area. And I got a story. I don't know if you guys can relate to this. We've had as many as 20 to over 20 employees in the past. And a lot of times you have employees that don't have vehicles. Well, I had a few extra vehicles, older trucks, F-150s. They weren't, beautiful trucks or anything, but they ran and drove. They were reliable. They were clean, and we didn't use them all the time. We used them for work to pull trailers, used them around the shop. Well, had a few employees that basically, had the sob story like, I don't have a vehicle, my wife and kids don't have a way to get to the grocery store. We have no way of getting around, in case we get hurt or injured or go to the hospital, whatever. So, being gullible and nice guy, whatever, they talked me into letting them buy the vehicle or use the vehicle and make me payments. So, the trucks weren't that expensive, but money's money, and I told him, I said, as long as you bring the vehicle back during the working day so we can use it for work, you can take it home in the evening and use it for personal. So I had one employee basically work a few days and then never come back. So I called the police. Of course I tried to call them first. Called, tried to find them. They avoided me. So I called the police department, filled out a report, and they said that since I allowed them to have the keys, that I could not report it stolen. So I'm like, okay. And we had another vehicle, pretty similar, had a employee originally wanted to buy the truck, but never made any payments, never had the money. Wrecked one of my trucks, so basically they owed me money for repairs on one truck. And employee took their truck home one day. Their excuse was their brother was stung by bees in a tree, and he was in the hospital, and he had to go see him. And then they never came back. So I asked him to bring the truck back. He said no. He's like, I'll make payments on it. I still want to buy the truck, blah, blah, blah. Well, eventually, they never came back. They had their phone cut off, blah, blah, blah. So I reported that one stolen. And went through investigation. They said they were trying to buy it. They said they wrote up some fake documents saying that they were making payments on it. Well, there was a detective or investigator that talked to me about it, and I guess he decided that he was going to believe the employee over the employer. And he went and got an affidavit for my arrest. So I actually found out, and I went down and went to a bail bondsman. I've never really been in trouble, but I've known people that have been. So I went down to a bail bondsman, and I explained the situation. He said it's actually legal. They can actually get, it wasn't a warrant, it was a affidavit. So basically the detective had to beg the judge to give him an affidavit so basically he could come arrest me. So he was trying to arrest me for someone stealing my truck. He tried to arrest me for someone stealing my vehicle. I had to actually go turn myself in, spend about, I think it was like $200, something like that. It was over $100, and spend about an hour or two in processing. I said, well, what is the charge? It was giving false information to a Leo, something like that, giving false information. So basically, they said that I knew where the truck was, and it's not stolen, it's unauthorized use. So I said, well, how is it any different if I go to buy a Corvette or a brand new vehicle? They give me the keys to test drive it and I never come back. Oh, that's different. I'm like, how is that any different? That's unauthorized use. They gave me permission to drive the vehicle, I just never came back. So, needless to say, I had to go to court. I had to pay like almost $1,000, and of course the judge threw it out because he said it was nonsense. But there are detectives out there, and there are law enforcement people, I guess, that will come after you if you file the wrong paperwork. So be careful. Do not let an employee use your vehicle, or don't make any arrangements at all to sell. I don't care what it is. And be careful, because once someone gets the keys to your vehicle, it could be anywhere. It could be good. You could give them the keys to go to the store, just to drive around the block, take whatever the case may be. They could take your vehicle, and you cannot report it stolen. If you report it stolen, they could actually have you arrested for giving false information to a Leo. So you could actually go to court, get thrown in jail for somebody stealing your vehicle because you gave them you gave them the keys to drive it. So it's no longer theft, it's unauthorized use, and it becomes a civil matter. So you actually have to go to court and pay lots of money to get your vehicle back. So keep that in mind, food for thought. Don't give anybody your keys, because you're going to end up going to jail for someone stealing your vehicle. So if you like this video, trust me, pass it on. Let people know, because you can go to jail for someone stealing your car.